Can't keep these thoughts caged in. I write them down, let them breathe.
Peace, love, Goldn.Light. You are tuned into another self-care build. And today, it's going to be a really quick video, not too long, but I wanted to take the time to share the importance of writing. So y'all know some of my other videos, I'm like, write it down, write it down. I really talk about writing down because I feel like it's really important. And I can get into some hard facts about writing some things down, but we'll maybe do that for another video. But right now I want to share how journaling and writing things down has really helped me with my self-care, my self-love, you know, inner healing and things like that. If you follow me on Instagram, you may be familiar with the journal challenge that we did in the past. We did one in December and we also did one in January. And although we haven't continued with any more, I may pick it back up. But I wanted to post this on my channel to give other people an opportunity to kind of see what we've done on Instagram, because it may help you, you know, the way that people kind of work through their issues and their problems or getting to know themselves. It may not be through writing. It may be through music. That still helps me. So this is just one aspect I wanted to share. Like in December, we did a journal challenge, and it really was where I would post a prompt for the day that would basically kind of trigger you or encourage you to write. So if you visit the blog, you'll be able to see some of the questions that we did for the December challenge. All you have to do is just scroll down. There's a section specifically for the December journal challenge. It has all of the questions that's posted there. So if you're looking for some inspiration, you maybe want to just get started with journaling and don't know where to start, try to use some of these questions to do some reflecting, to do some writing, to do some self-work. So check it out. Let me know what you think. All different types of questions that really focus on you getting to know yourself and looking within. So it carried over into the next month. So in January, I continued the challenge, but it was, this one in January was with a twist, because it was like an audio / journal challenge. And I decided to share this with, you know, my audience on Instagram, whatnot, because it's something that I had did like a long time ago that really helped me, because it allowed me, one, to get comfortable with my voice, get comfortable listening to myself, and gave me an opportunity to listen to myself outside of myself, to work on correcting things, loving on myself on certain things in certain areas that I didn't notice. Because a lot of times when we're speaking, we don't hear ourselves the way that we could potentially hear ourselves when we're stepping outside of that, you know. So you're listening with a different perspective, and you can hear yourself differently. So I used to cringe hearing my voice, like whether it was in front of people or just myself, it's just like I couldn't stand my voice. And I had to figure out, why did I feel like that? And I did an audio of me talking about my fears, and it really did something for me to be like, okay, not only is there so much vibration and energy and frequency in our voice, I have the power and control to really set my words and my intentions through the sound of my speech. And if I'm trying to bring light and happiness to someone, I can do that with my words and my voice. And I realized the power of my voice. So it gave me a different perspective to really enjoy hearing myself speak. So I was like, wow, when it came back around to the audio challenge, like a whole year later, it just was like, let me share the audio challenge, because it really helped me strip fear that I have. It really helped me take off chains and ways that I bounded myself. So it did a lot for my self-care. It did a lot for my self-healing. And this journal challenge is pretty much the same thing. I have a prompt for the day that I shared, and you basically record yourself, like just taking your phone. There's so many apps, and recording yourself, you know, answering the prompt. So for example, if the question for today was like, what are your fears? You would just go ahead and record yourself on the app and just talk. And then when you had some more time, if you didn't have it right away, you would just play that audio back and listen. You just listen to yourself. How do you sound? How do you feel when you're listening? What do you picture when you're listening to the words? You know, because this is not a video, it's all audio, so it gives us a chance to just use our ears to listen. So after you would do that, you then would write about some of the things that you were listening to. If it was a certain thing that you wanted to correct within yourself, if it was something that you wanted to build on or grow in, if you realize like, wow, I love the way that I laugh, like it's something that you may have not acknowledged within yourself. So the audio challenge really does help with that. And sometimes it may bring you to tears, sometimes it may bring you to laughter, but the prompts were really pushing you to look within. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to post some of the questions. It is on the blog as well if you want to check it out. But so if you're needing some inspiration for questions and you're not sure where to start with the audio challenge, check out the blog. We got some questions on there. And even though it's not even January anymore, the questions still work for any other day. So just have fun with it. You know, sing, freestyle, do some spoken word. Just get comfortable with your reflections and hearing yourself and really getting to know who you are and your thoughts and all that good stuff. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I encourage you to write some things down. If you feel like that's not something for you, I completely understand. You know, find what works for you, but really spend the time getting to know yourself, getting to look at the real you, you know, not what somebody else has put on you, not what you think somebody else wants you to be, but yourself. That's really important, because when we realize that and we allow ourselves to connect back to our beginning, the way that we were created by the Most High, we'll start to really understand true happiness and what it means to fulfill our purpose, because there's also levels to that as well. So let's write it down. Let's journal. Let's write our fears. Let's write our goals down. Let's write what we love about ourselves. Let's do some audios. Like sometimes I'm doing an audio and it's not a prompt. I may need to just like, I call it like thought dumping, where I got so much stuff going on in my mind and I could probably talk somebody's head off, but at the same time, I'm just like, I can't write right now because I'm like washing dishes or washing clothes, but I'll just get my phone and hit record and just freely speak. So it becomes like my own personal podcast that I listen to, or I'm driving to work and I just may record myself and then I listen back to it. It's even an exercise that I would say that I do with my husband. Sometimes we'll just, you know, on the low, hit record and, you know, we'll have a conversation or whatever the case may be, and then we'll play it back and I'm like, oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean when I say things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's some real life self-work. Let me know some things that you guys may have tried that's worked for you if it's not writing. Like I said, this is just one thing that has been working for me that I wanted to share. So as always, you know, if you like what you hear, you want to hear more, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's really build. So share some things that helps you with your healing, with your self-care and self-love. Leave it in the comments. I would love to hear some things that you were doing and share that with me. Share this video with people who you think may need it, or just put it out there. I really appreciate that. But as always, peace, love.
Can't keep these thoughts caged in. I write them down, let them breathe. And you can now tune in. And we can build every week. So bring a pad, bring a pen. Cause helping you helps me. And this self-care. Hey. And this self-care.